everyone. Welcome back to What the Flock, and thanks for joining us tonight to watch our sit and chat. We do want to take a second tonight at some point to observe 9/11 and the tragic events that took place on that day. And we do have a few just topics we want to touch on tonight, and a few little things that we can update you on. I'm going to give it just a minute to let everybody join us and see who pops in tonight. But yeah, I'm excited for the weather to be cooling off here. That's a big thing for us. So we do want to remind everybody that we did open our merch now. And we are currently still striving to get to our 500 subscribers so we can get that community tab. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy our content, and feel free to share if you know anyone that you think would also enjoy. It always helps. Also, watching our videos for at least 3 minutes and giving it a like and a comment also helps my channel to grow. So I just wanted to throw that out there, and thank you to all those who already do all that and show all your support. We really, really appreciate it. A bunch of our other fellow YouTube channels that we like to watch all just got back from the Heartland Homesteaders Picnic, so I'm sorry that I had to miss that, but it looked like a ton of fun. And we do again want to take some time today to just honor 9/11 to the fallen and those who survived it or those who had lost family, and again all the tragic events that followed 9/11. We just do want to take a moment to observe that tonight and to thank all our veterans. And if anybody's in chat, feel free to say hi and let us know you're here. We would love to chat with you. One big thing that I'm excited to talk about is Halloween. We want to talk a little bit about some Halloween recipes and Halloween costume ideas, Halloween decorations. I'm curious to see how many people might be growing their own gourds or pumpkins and things like that. We also want to talk a little bit about a project that we have going on, and have you guys look out for a video coming soon. Hey, Glenda. Hey, Mom. I'm glad you can watch tonight. Oh, kitty. Cat. The cat's meowing in here. So another big thing that we want to talk about is when we do reach 500 subscribers, we are going to give away some merch, and we're excited about that. So make sure you share our channel and help us grow, because that is going to be a lot of fun. Let's see. Also coming up, we're going to have our What the Flock moment of the week. So we'll have that later on. But we're going to try to do one of those every week that we can find something funny enough to share. And hey, Mike and Terry, it's good to see you. We were just talking a little bit about some Veterans Day, and just, taking a moment to observe Veterans Day and all the tragic events that happened on that day and thereafter, and to thank our veterans. So thank you also, Mike. And we were talking about how fall's coming up, and I was curious how many people were going to be growing their own pumpkins or gourds that they can use for decorations, because I might try that eventually. Hey, the chicken. It's good to see you. Thank you guys for dropping in. And Halloween happens to be one of my favorite times of year. So I was going to talk a little bit about if anyone else likes to dress up and what other people might be. We're still trying to come up with costume ideas here. Contemplating doing a haunted house outside my house for the people to come trick or treat through. The chicken says, I'm growing a few pumpkins and you have a lot of gourds. How are the pumpkins coming along? I've been wanting to try to grow some of the giant pumpkins. My brother and I, a long time ago, bought some of the really, I want to say 70-pound pumpkins. And we spent a lot of money on those pumpkins, and it sure would be nice if I could grow those because those were really fun. We had huge pumpkins and we carved them. So yeah, I'm definitely interested. You planted 125 and you got 8. Okay. So yeah, definitely plant more than I want. Okay. Well, I learned that this year with pretty much everything I grew, except for peppers. I've got an abundance of peppers, but everything else I probably could have planted a little bit more of, especially tomatoes. But yeah, so Halloween is my favorite time of year. I'm gonna decorate the whole house like I always do. I try to get my whole family to participate in costumes and just doing like recipes and homemade hot chocolates and ciders. And we really, really I love all the holidays, if I'm just being honest, but Halloween really starts my favorite time of year. And I love every holiday after, just all of them are my favorite. So, we might talk about swapping recipes for fun fall stuff because I'm probably going to do a Halloween party for me and my neighbors and just, some friends. Let's see. And Dutch Chicken says it was the lack of rain. I might have gotten around 100 if we got some rain. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. When I lived in Arizona, near my daughter's school bus stop, one day I found some pumpkins just kind of randomly growing. I'm guessing from someone throwing a pumpkin down. So that was kind of cool. Nobody was even taking care of them, and they're growing right in the middle of the desert. It was pretty interesting. We also had a lot of wild sunflowers growing out there, which I thought was pretty cool. But another thing, I was really kind of wondering if anybody here is going to dress up, or if anyone else is like into Halloween, or if you might have some funny or cute costume ideas for me and my family. That's always fun. I've been every member of KISS except for Ace Frehley for Halloween. I have been Magenta from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I have been Peggy Bundy. I have been Mrs. Frizzle from the Magic School Bus. I've been Rainbow Bright. I've been a cat when I was little. Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. And I've been Wendy from South Park. So just a few of my costumes that I've already done. And the chicken says, I put out some decor every year, but this year I got the virus. Oh no. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm going to have it started. Yeah, it's just been so hot that I haven't even started decorating yet, but it's coming because I'm so excited. And tomorrow is actually only supposed to be 79 degrees here, so that's really exciting. And then the next day, the high is only 82. So I'm hoping that that's correct. And but yeah, so Halloween was one of the fun things I just wanted to chat about a little bit because I do like to make little treats. I saved a recipe I saw that was the book from Hocus Pocus, but on brownies, and you decorate it to look like the book. So I was thinking about doing those this year for our party. I'm gonna do homemade apple cider. Oh, it's 66 there. Oh, you're lucky. Yeah, it's been pretty steadily warm here, but it's finally starting to decline in temperature, so I'll take it. Hopefully we'll get some snow this year, though. I really want some snow. Yep, 74 here right now. But yeah, it's supposed to get cool tomorrow night. Like the low for tomorrow night is like 54, I think. And we also I'm still trying to get the whole family in on the haunted house thing right now. We've got some fuddy-duddies that don't want to participate, but I'm really hoping to set up a really cool little walk-through thing. We get our first frost usually by the end of September. Wow. Back when I was younger out here in Northwest Georgia, I remember freezing to death trying to get candy on Halloween. And now, like last year when I was trick-or-treating with my kids, it was so hot that I was sweating in my costume. So I have no idea what to expect. And honestly, the weather where I live is just kind of, there's always a joke that's like, you don't like the weather here, just wait a minute because you never know what it's going to do. So it's hard to say when we will get our first frost versus when we're supposed to get our first frost. That's why I'm not sure that I'm going to do much of a fall garden. I may or may not try to plant some garlic, but I'm undecided right now. But I do think it would be fun to grow garlic and learn how to braid the garlic together. And I've been watching videos about it, so we'll see. I definitely think next year I want to plant some pumpkins. I've always wanted to grow the giant pumpkins. I just need to figure out like what variety of pumpkin seeds, because I'm sure there's got to be a specific kind. Those pumpkins, the man we bought ours from were selling, were huge. I mean, like literally, I don't know, I can't get the camera, but that big. So they were so much fun and they were so heavy. My brother and I really had fun that year carving those and roasting the seeds and all that. So, and then MT Homestead said, or Mr. MT Homestead said, we live in a rural area and we never get kids at our door during Halloween. Our grandkids stop by at the end of the night and we fill their bags and send them home. Well, that's cute. Here, I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like we live in an area where we would get some trick-or-treaters, but I bet it'd be slow. But the way I look at it is if I make a cool enough haunted house and just really make my house worth coming to, people will talk about it, and eventually people will start coming to this neighborhood because I made it fun to trick-or-treat in. I'm super festive. Yeah, see, like the giant pumpkins, those are what I want. I want giant pumpkins because I want to like out Halloween all my neighbors. Like, I just love it. I love Halloween. I love dressing up. I love decorating. I love making Halloween treats and scaring my kids. You can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong with all the fun, spooky Halloween things. And I love Halloween movies and specials. And then as soon as it hits November, it switches over to me getting ready for all the fun, yummy, delicious Thanksgiving, even though I'm the one that has to cook it all, but it's still so good. I love making all the delicious desserts. And I mean, I make all the food, but the desserts are the fun part for me. But yeah, that'd be a whole nother live where I start talking about Thanksgiving food because I'm ready. I am so ready for Thanksgiving food. I haven't seen the wild turkeys that are normally lurking outside my daughter's school either. I wonder if somebody got them for Thanksgiving. Speaking of,
last Christmas,
because there was 2 big mean turkeys right outside my daughter's school.
They attacked the ambulance.
Yeah, they attacked the ambulance when my husband was working. So let's see. But costume ideas are a big fun thing for me. So if you guys think of costume ideas for me or my family, or even if you guys just want to share what you're going to be, that's always fun for me. I love to celebrate, even if it's just stay home and watch scary movies and eat junk food. Oh, you have 75 turkeys to chicken? Wow, that's a lot. Do you process them on your farm, or do you send them to be processed? I've never processed any animal. I've been watching videos, learning how, in case I ever need to do it myself, but hopefully I'll never actually have to do it. But, I am trying to learn how to, I've even been watching like hunting videos just because you never know. Like, I don't know how to hunt, so it'd be nice to have some tips in case it came down to me hunting on my land to survive. Oh, they're wild turkeys. Wow, that's a lot. That's even kind of scarier because the wild turkeys I've noticed are pretty mean. Like they were, I don't even remember how many, in the middle of the street. My husband took a video on his phone and sent it to me, and they were like, coming at the car, making their noises and like just refusing to get out of the street. And It was something. They were not friendly, that's for sure. We have wild geese that come through here too, so those are always really fun to watch. They look like the big Canadian geese. Um, yeah, I think I'd be afraid to have turkeys, honestly. I mean, I used to be afraid of chickens once upon a time because I had some like horror stories happen to me when I was a little kid, but I got over that, and now I love my chickens. But the turkeys, I don't know. That'd be pretty scary for one of those guys coming at you, I think. um, but we are still currently trying to reach that 500, and we are teetering on the edge of 300, guys. It keeps going up and down, so feel free to share it out or give us a shout out if you enjoy our channel. Oh my gosh, the chicken says I had a turkey attack my legs while I was riding in a Jeep. That would literally freak me out. I would have probably kicked the crap out of that turkey. I'm not gonna lie. I react violently to things like that. That would really, really scare me. You guys see my dog sleeping behind me? Isn't he cute? That's Jax. Love him. 248. Yeah, see, they jump up and down so much. Like I was at 290 and then it went back down, and now I'm back up to 290 again. But it's like I feel like by the time I wake up in the morning, it won't be at 290 anymore. So we'll see. But another thing we were going to talk about is a project that we've got going on. I've decided the kind of roost I want to build that's obviously better than the crappy one that I already built by myself. And so Mike is helping me build it, and we decided to do a roost with a tray underneath and some sand in it, so we can take like a pooper scooper and sift the chicken poop out, and the roost bar will be above the tray there. I've seen quite a few good reviews on those types of roosts, so we have currently started measuring and cutting some of the wood, and then we had to stop and go to the hardware store, and the weather kind of turned crap after that, so that project went on hold till next weekend, but we are doing a video for it. The chicken says when I get a shout out, it went back down. Yeah, see, I noticed that. Tarsha from Triple Threat Firearms mentioned that YouTube has an algorithm where if someone subscribes to you and you're like, oh, cool, and you subscribe right back, sometimes you'll lose the sub because it counts it like your sub for subbing. I'm not 100% if that's accurate, but that's what some people believe. Another thing is I've read that if someone subscribes to you but they never come back to your channel and like click on any videos or like anything or just like visit it at some point, then they will remove those subs as well. So I think sometimes when people are just subscribing to be nice, if they don't come back and interact at all, that it will remove your subscribers. But honestly, though, still 290 is more than I honestly ever thought I'd have. So I'm thankful for every one of the subscribers I do have. But I really want 500 mostly so I can have a community tab. I know it sounds silly, but I really want a community tab. But I am still super excited about the whole fall thing and the whole, change of weather. Well, thank you to chicken. I have hope I'll reach 500 also, but I think it'll be a while, which is okay. I'm still learning and molding my channel into what I want it to be anyways. It's, part of it is about me starting my homestead and just kind of learning. So that's it kind of goes with the process. I think that, oh my gosh, you'll make it before 2080. But my process of starting up with homesteading is kind of slow because I'm a beginner. And as I start to speed up on what I'm learning and what I'm able to do, I think also I'm speeding up on learning the YouTube technical side of things. So I think things are kind of going to line up, and I think it'll take off a little bit better, but I just want to make sure I'm putting out decent things. So my daughter, she's 3, her name is Maggie, and she loves to help around the chicken coop. I don't let her go in really because of the roosters, just in case one of them gets in a funky mood. I don't want them to, hurt the little one, but she likes to hold each and every egg that I collect. So she goes out there with me, and she knows all the chickens' names, and that was I was kind of considering making her dress up like a chicken this year, but I think she wants to be a witch, so she's probably going to be a witch. And then Halloween recipes. Anyone that has good fall recipes, feel free to give me some ideas. I want to do a fun little neighborhood party and have some friends over. We're going to do a bonfire. I know I want apple cider. You have issues with roosters. Mine started to have an issue with me, but I've connected with these people they're on Facebook and on YouTube. They're called Revolution, and they have, I swear they're the rooster whisperers. They just know how to understand them. And when I reached out to them, they got back to me right away. And since taking their advice and not like reacting aggressively towards the rooster when he got a little bit funky, it's made a world of difference, and he has not come at me again. My bigger rooster, Vern, he's kind of made some weird noises that to me sound like he might be mad, but he didn't really, he didn't fluff his feathers up. He didn't come at me. He didn't try to peck or kick at me. Nothing like that, but he does make some kind of creepy noises sometimes that make me wonder, I don't know, is this dude about to come at me? Come at me, bro. No, I'm just kidding. I love my roosters. But yeah, no, so far, so good. I have 11 hens and 2 roosters. Ideally, you'd want a few more hens to the ratio, but I don't really want to add any more at the moment. Old Man Kingstead, good evening. Thank you for joining us. It's good to see you here in our chat tonight. Just to catch you up, we were just talking a little bit about our goal of reaching our 500 subscribers and how we'll have a merch giveaway at that point. We were talking about how much I love the fall and Halloween and all the holidays to come, and costume ideas. If anyone has costume ideas, those are always fun. And I love also doing homemade costumes too that are unique. You're not going to walk outside and see 50 costumes. And the chicken said he has 12 hens and 1 rooster and 1 flock, and 14 hens and 1 rooster and another. Yeah, so those are some happy roosters. They have plenty of ladies to love. I don't have room to have a separate enclosure, so I have my original flock consisted of 6 girls and 2 boys, but they were babies. And before they got old enough for it to be a problem that I had too many roosters, I added 5 more pullets. So now I have 11 pullets and 2 roosters. Let's see. But yeah, so those are just a few of the things we're talking about. Fall recipes. I already got my first pumpkin spice treat of the season. I bought some pumpkin spice cupcakes when I was at the grocery store the other day, and they were delicious. And we still have our What the Flock moment of the week coming up, which is a good one this week. It's going to be really funny. And the chicken's got to go. All right. Well, you have a good night, the chicken. Thank you so much for your support. And Mike should be a rooster, of course. I say that's pretty suiting to his personality. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. But so also our merch is live. We do have stickers, hoodies, aprons, lunch boxes, pajamas, hats. And so I think maybe we'll do our What the Flock moment of the week now, because I can't wait. I think it's going to be a funny one. So that was our What the Flock moment of the week. I found it to be quite humorous. First of all, that was a really large chicken. And second of all, that man screamed like a girl. He was upset. um, Violet liked the Glenda said, did the kids like the peppers and the cowboy candy? Violet did. Violet likes Korean food, which has a lot of spices in it. So she likes spicy food. She also likes Takis and like flaming hot Cheetos, those kind of things. So Violet actually really, really liked the cowboy candy. The others, they're too little. They didn't care for it. Well, I didn't even give it to Maggie. Caden was like, nope. And then, what was that comment you pulled up? I love Halloween. I really do. I can't wait. I might go back and be Peggy Bundy again because I'm running out of ideas. Or maybe I can go back to Magenta. I used to be Magenta all the time from Rocky Horror Picture Show. That was one of my favorites. And then Bar Run Forge is here. They said howdy, howdy, howdy. Thank you for joining us, Bar Run Forge. Let's see. But yeah, so the what the flock moment of the week, when I saw that, I knew we had to show it tonight because it just made me laugh so much. I couldn't imagine being a news reporter and having that happen to me on TV. It'd be pretty embarrassing. But we are in the middle of building that roost, though. Back to the roost, we are in the middle of it, and we have to winterize our coop soon. So we're going to be covering up the part of the wall that's open with the hardware mesh and adding the plywood onto it, just so that as it gets colder, they stay dry and safe and protected. Let's see. Bar and Forge said, "Oh, the anticipation." And then, but yeah, so one of the other things that I had kind of to update you guys about was I finally had my first like kind of deformed egg where it looked like part of the shell stayed soft longer and then it all hardened. So it's just kind of had like a weird, almost like a bubble or a crease in it. I found that interesting because I know it happens a lot, especially like if the hen gets stressed out or she's interrupted during laying or if her calcium's low. So I found that to be interesting. But I don't feed mine oyster shells like a lot of people do. I give them, they have a very, very natural diet when they free range, and they also have their layer feed. But I bake their eggshells and crush them up and give them back to them instead of oyster shells. And so it's free, and it's also I really love that movie. But so it's free and it's good for them, and it boosts their calcium without me having to pay for the, oh my God, 95. Yeah, you could keep that. That's one thing I don't miss about living in Arizona, man. I know it's not as humid like it is here, but 125, 130 degrees, no thank you. No. And then like at nighttime, it's like 11 o'clock at night, and you'd think it'd be like at least down to like 80, but nope, it's still like 110, 120. You're like, what the heck? No. Nope. Yeah, you miss leaving the windows open, Glenda. I love Halloween in general, and I want to do maybe not like a huge haunted house, but like set up some little like movable walls or like even like cheap tablecloths that you can just rope off so people have like walkways and have scary things, and we can have it go through the backyard and come back out and then end up in my garage where they get their candy. And then we can also be like sitting in the garage, having a drink and watching some TV while they go through and get the crap scared out of them. So I really love Halloween. I do. And I don't know what I'm going to be this year. I didn't really dress up much the last few years. My brother had passed away a couple of years ago. So, things weren't the same around the holidays for a while. But this year, I really want to get back in the spirit. And I'm thinking about trying to be one of the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus. So I think that would be fun.
She's talking to me.
Okay. But yeah, so those are just a few of the things that we wanted to touch on tonight. We were really excited about Halloween, or at least I am over here. And I think I'm going to be, what's her name? Not Winifred and not Sarah, but I'm trying to remember her name. But yeah, the one with the beehive, basically, because I think I could pull that one off. I think it'd be fun. I have the hair for it. All you gotta do is like stretch it out a little bit. Ooh, a pumpkin carving contest. That would be fun. Ooh, we should do that on YouTube. See if we could get like a pumpkin carving contest collaboration put together. That would be fun. Get people to join in on different YouTube channels and show their pumpkins, show them carving it, and that would be really neat, actually. But yeah, so a big thing with me is I'm already thinking about Thanksgiving, if I'm just being real. I'm already thinking about what desserts I'm going to make. And I've got a friend coming to visit from California who has suggested homemade pies. So I got to figure out what kind of pies I'm going to make. He didn't think he'd like it coming out here in the country when he came out here, and he had no idea what to expect. So when he got out here, he actually fell in love with it to the point where he was like, man, maybe I'll move out there. One of the first things he said was, man, the air is so clean here. So I thought that was really funny because anyone that's been to Los Angeles knows the air sucks. Yeah, it would be a lot of fun to do the Halloween pumpkin carving contest. I'm going to see what I can whip together. Yep, I love deviled eggs. I make them for every holiday. I think I even sometimes make them for Super Bowl. My brother, pretty much when he was alive, demanded that I make deviled eggs for every gathering, so he would get pretty upset if I didn't, threaten not to come. But yeah, so make sure you guys do check out our merch shop. That's one thing. I'm just trying to get that out there and get the word around. And feel free to give me recipe ideas. In the world. Recipe ideas for the Halloween party, because I really want to do some fun, unique things. I've done mummy dogs where you take the croissants and wrap them around the hot dogs. And I've done a few other ones, but it'd be cool to do the hocus pocus stuff. I found a few ideas that I'm going to do from there. And I'm going to do the apple cider for the first time homemade. So that's going to be cool. And then I still don't know what to be, but I'm leaning towards hocus pocus. So we shall find out. And then I don't know if you guys checked out our latest video of us making carnitas and Mexican cornbread. It was so good. It was so good. We had leftovers tonight, but we put it in burritos this time. It was super good. And MC Homestead, I watched your quail video, and that looked so good. But the bones cracking, I was like, oh my god. I got so squeamish. That was too funny, though. But man, those marinades sounded really good. We are also doing some beef jerky right now. We may or may not do a video. I'm not sure. We've got some footage put together, but we do have a spicy Korean barbecue. That's actually some of the jerky. You can see it. Fresh out of the dehydrator. It's teriyaki. But that's one of the things we're working on. We did homemade dried red chili pepper flakes for like pizzas and rubs and different things. And we are currently getting 7 eggs a day now. So I have 4 more hens to start laying. And the ones that haven't laid yet are a Buff Orpington, 2 Gold Lace Wyandottes, and then I have a younger Isa Brown that hasn't started laying yet. But my French Black Copper Moran, my other 4 Isa Browns, my Smoky Pearl, and whatever Cinnamon is, I'm starting to wonder if she's a mix because I just cannot identify her breed. But those 6 have all, or 7 have all been laying. So I'm waiting anxiously on the other 4. And then we have orders for a gallon of pickled eggs. So those girls need to start producing a little faster so I can get those pickled eggs made and get them out to my husband's coworker who wanted to order them. And then don't forget, when we get to the 500 subs, we're going to do a giveaway. I'm not sure if we're going to just do like a StreamYard giveaway where we do like the hashtag word, or if we're going to do something a little more creative. I'm not sure yet, but it looks like we will have plenty of time to think about that. If YouTube keeps taking my subscribers away, I'll be thinking about that for a long time. Look at my silly dog, guys. Hold on. Isn't he so cute? My husband says I spoil him too much, but how could you not? He's literally the sweetest dog in the entire world. He's good with my kids, and if I say ow, like in a serious tone, he will come at whoever's there. So he's my baby. But anyways, I just love him. Look at his face. I don't know how anyone could not love that face. He is literally the best. But Joan Jett would be a fun Halloween costume.
Who's her security?
Yeah. Mike got to do private security for her at a casino in Laughlin. And anyone that knows me knows I love, 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 love her. So I thought that was super cool. But I got to meet DJ Lord from Public Enemy. That was pretty cool. And I almost got to meet Willie Nelson. Mike got to do security for Willie Nelson as well, but he wasn't feeling well that day, so he skipped the meet and greet, and I didn't get to meet him. But he did give my husband the bandana out of his pocket and some guitar picks to give to me, and that was pretty special, and I still have those. I love Willie Nelson, so let's see. Old Man King Homestead said they have taken a lot of subscribers from you. Also, yeah, it's just crazy. It goes up, and I get so excited because, like I've said a few times now, I didn't expect even the amount of subscribers I have now. So I get all excited when it jumps up. I'm like, oh my gosh, look. And then I'll check the next day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, look. Like, what happened? Did I make somebody mad? But that's all part of the YouTube game. So, a silly dog. I love him. I can't stop looking at him. He's so funny. But yeah. So the roost, though, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you can look them up. You basically build like a standing table with a lip, so you can put the sand in it, and you can use a cat pooper scooper and sift through the poop. Because underneath the roost is obviously where you get the most chicken poop build up in the coop. And then that's where I have to go in and shovel it the most, because there's literally mountains of poop there. So the setup that we're going for looks a little more like this. We're going to get it pulled up for you in just 1 second. And there it is. So we're doing a single tray, and it's going to be about the size of the smaller one here. And I think that we've got it big enough to fit all 13 chickens. And if we don't, I can always add another smaller roost in there somewhere else. But that is the setup that we're looking at. Easy to clean is always good for me. I do have 23 plus animals because I got a few extra fish and stuff in there. But and then 3 kids and a husband, so 4 kids basically. And easy is always ideal. So we're going to give it a shot. And I will let you guys know after we get it built if I like it or not. Sometimes you see things and you think, oh, yeah, that looks perfect. And then you build it and you're like, yeah, actually, this isn't working out. So we will see. But I do want to thank everyone who is watching for being here with us, because it helps me get my watch hours and it helps me get to know you guys when you interact with me in the chat. A lot of you that I've seen in the chat tonight, I'm already subscribed to. I'm subscribed to you, Old Man King, and I'm already subscribed to MT Homestead. I love watching their videos and watching their lives. And if Mike or Terry is still on, make sure you get back to me if you still want me to be a guest on your Sunday shout out, because I am still interested in that. And then I do think I'm going to try to get a pumpkin carving contest going on YouTube, and maybe we can have some kind of prizes in that. Maybe some people will participate in other channels, and we'll see what we can get going, because I think that would be really cool. I'm not good at carving pumpkins, but my husband, he's pretty good at carving pumpkins, so I can make him do it. I lack patience, despite how I might appear patient in a lot of my videos, but that's because I'm going to edit out my rage scenes. When I'm trying to build something and it doesn't go my way, I don't show that part. But I do lack patience, and so when I start to carve a pumpkin, I'm just like, I get mad, and it doesn't move or go my way. But my husband's pretty artistic and a lot more patient, so he's gonna carve our beautiful pumpkins. He gets mad though, because most people get like one pumpkin per family member, and then I'm like, we need 12 pumpkins, and he's like, why? Why do we need 12 pumpkins? And I was like, well, we don't have to carve them all, but we need to carve like 8 of them, and then we can have 4 for decoration. I am a giant king, a kid at Old Man King Homestead. I'm a giant kid. I make stockings for my animals at Christmas time. I give them gifts. I'm going to decorate my chicken coop for Christmas. So this year I'm bound and determined, even if I have to sell a kidney, that I'm taking my family on the Polar Express train ride, and we're going to do that because I've always wanted to do that. And they have one local to us in the Tennessee Valley that does it. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But I think with me still having kids, I also like having young kids. I get suckered into still having to do the carving and stuff. And that definitely makes it where like you kind of still have to do those things, dye Easter eggs, that kind of thing. But I'd be lying if I was single and had no kids, I'd still be probably doing all those things, because I'm super festive. Like I'm the lady that comes to work in the crazy Christmas sweater that lights up with the jingle bells, and like that's me. So I always like to celebrate. I like to celebrate 4th of July, Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, like all of them. They're just my favorite time of year. Starts in the fall. But I am so jealous to anyone who's here who got to go to the Heartland Homesteaders Picnic. I'm definitely going to plan for it next year. It looked like a ton of fun, and I really wanted to go meet Boots and Bounty and Chuck and Belinda and Danny Day's Homestead, and I think Simply Jan was there. Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days, they were there. So it looked like a ton of fun. And Jesse's so funny. Like, it's fun if he's there. They were Boots and Bounty was doing their line dancing, so that looked like a lot of fun. But yeah, so it's been hot, and then today I had my chickens outside. That's probably part of the reason I look a little bit like crap today, is because I had my chickens out free ranging, and all of a sudden it just like was a sudden downpour, So I had to run out there and get them all rounded up and out of the rain and put up. And after that, I just didn't have it in me to. I just put on comfy clothes, dry clothes, and was called it a day after that because I was soaked. It just started raining so hard, and I had to go get gas in my car so I could take the kids to school. And it was raining so hard I couldn't see anything. So we're finally getting our share of the rain, I guess, that everybody else. I mean, we had quite a bit of rain, but off and on, and not as bad as a lot of areas that I've been seeing. Some local areas near us actually flooded really bad, and we did have some flash flood warnings because we do live near the water areas. Glenda says, do we all go trick-or-treating together, door to door? Yeah, we do this year. Violet, my oldest, is 16, so she will be probably wanting to run around with her friends finally. Normally she was actually really good about wanting to stay with us. This is the first year she's like, I don't want to hang out with you guys. Old Man King Homestead says, I can't wait until I move south so I could go to those events. I don't think there's anything in the New York area. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've not really been to New York. I've been to Atlantic City once and DC once. My experience was people up there just aren't as friendly. Like in the South out here, everybody's friendly. Everyone welcomes everybody over. Everybody's like, hey, if you're here, we have to offer you food. But when I was up north, my great grandmother's from Baltimore, Maryland. So when I was up north, I just kind of noticed that people up there just weren't as friendly. But to be fair, people aren't that friendly in Los Angeles, where I'm from, either, compared to here in the South. We just want to be where there's snow. We don't want to move necessarily like New York north. We just want to move where there's snow, but not too much snow. Because I know he thinks he wants to move to Montana. But if we move to Montana, and after that first winter of him having to shovel the driveway and having to drive to work in like feet of snow and having to deal with the freezing cold and getting a flat in the cold, like, I promise you he'll be cursing the snow and won't want to live in the snow anymore. So I don't want a place where it snows tons. I want a place where at least it snows for like a few weeks per winter. Like, that would be nice. Let's see. Old Man King Homestead said you got that right. Wow, I didn't know that. 300 inches, 25 feet. Yeah, see, that's too much. Like, it stops being fun at that point. Give me 6 inches of snow for like a week or two at a time, and then like it maybe not snow for a couple weeks, and then it snow. That's what I want. Yeah, fresh air. Yep, it definitely is fresh air out here. Maybe not like in Atlanta or like up in Chattanooga, Memphis, but like if you go out in the country, you can just feel the difference. Like, and you can just see so much more nature. Like, we have chipmunks, squirrels, armadillos, groundhogs, every kind of bird you can imagine, frogs, lizards, snakes. According to Mike, we have street pigs, but it was a dog. Let's see. Trumpet Master 77. Hey, thank you for joining us and thank you for subscribing. We were just kind of chatting about how much I love Halloween and Halloween decoration ideas and haunted house ideas and costumes. And I'm thinking about putting together a YouTube pumpkin carving contest. So that's something also that we were talking about. Let's see. And Old Man King Homestead said the last few winters we haven't had a lot of snow, but our average is well over 200 inches. Wow, so you must be pretty far up north. When I was about 7, my mom had considered moving us up to Buffalo, New York, but we never did. We never made the commute. We ended up in Georgia instead. But yeah, it's been mostly us chatting about fall and me trying to reach my 500 subscribers, and then we're going to do a giveaway. Also, we opened our merch store up, so that was another thing that we were talking about. We have multiple items in our merch store. And then, I should be a chicken and make all my kids be eggs. That would be funny. Like eggs that are like halfway hatching. But yeah, so that was just a few of the things we were talking about: our merch, our subscriber goal, and Halloween, because I'm obsessed with Halloween. East of Lake Ontario. Okay. Do you ever get to see the northern lights up there? I've heard that in some places up near there, you can see the northern lights pretty clearly. I've always wanted to see the northern lights, and I've never got to do that. And another one, though, I still am leaning towards the Hocus Pocus costume, because I think I'd make a good witch, like, costume. Oh, in Central Texas. Okay. My sister-in-law lives somewhere in Texas. I'm not really sure where, but I've driven through Texas quite a few times. I feel like when you drive across the United States, it feels like 90% of your drive is in Texas. It feels that's what it feels like. But yeah, I've driven from California to Georgia multiple times, as well as Arizona and multiple other places. Okay, so yeah, the sister-in-law's in Houston. Old Man King Homestead said that he's seen the Northern Lights a few times, but it's usually not a great view. Okay. Yeah, I've had a feeling I'm going to have to travel somewhere cool, which is okay with me if I can ever do so. I would love to go somewhere and see the Northern Lights. Oh, yeah. You're probably talking about my Easter deviled eggs. I did the ones that look like little chicks. Austin, Texas. Okay. My friend Christine is from Austin, Texas. She lives in Knoxville area now, but she was originally from Austin. So, but yeah, so definitely stay tuned for the pumpkin carving contest details, because I'm gonna get with some other creators and see if they want to be involved, and get with Mike here, my technical guy, and see what we can come up with for a cool, fun pumpkin carving contest. I think that would be fun, and get people to interact and have fun with it. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, was making the homemade apple cider and then storing it in the crock pot outside for the party, so we can have, because I plan on having my neighbors involved, and I want to decorate. I'll move my car out from the carport and put it in the garage and have the whole carport area lit up, and we can have a bonfire and maybe some s'mores, and I'll make some haystacks and
What are haystacks?
and for those that don't know, because some people think haystacks are like the Frito pie thing. My haystacks that I'm referring to are the dessert version, and it's like butterscotch and like the crunchy chow mein noodles and a little bit of peanut butter mixed together. They're really cute and just really sweet desserts. We used to make them at school out here, actually, but they're really good. They're really simple. So those are haystacks. They're cute, especially for, I could put those little candy pumpkins. Ooh, yes, those little candy pumpkins. You could top it with a candy pumpkin and put it on top of the little haystacks, and you got perfect little Halloween treats. So, yes, we could do some of our mulled wines. I love a good mulled wine. Out here in Pigeon Forge, there's a lot of wineries, like really good wineries, and they have some great mulled wines around the holidays. Yes, that sounds amazing. Mulled wine and apple cider. I can get behind that. But yeah, so the haystacks would be fun. And I definitely want to do the Hocus Pocus book brownies that I was talking about. And I don't know, maybe some pumpkin bread or pumpkin bars, because we're going to have pumpkin pie for Halloween, Thanksgiving. So I would probably hold off on the pumpkin pie, but some other pumpkin treat. I could do my double layer pumpkin cheesecake, or something like that. But I think I'm going to try my hand at some homemade candies. I want to do some homemade candies. I've not made a ton of candy. So in my baking area, I think that one would be one that I could learn more in. So we're approaching the end of my hour for my live stream tonight. And I do want to thank everybody for growing. And if you guys want a quick recap, we just talked about the merch store being open and our 500 subscriber giveaway, Halloween costume ideas and recipes. We also want you to stay tuned for details for a pumpkin carving contest on YouTube. I think it'd be a lot of fun, and I would love to see you guys participate. I also want to thank everybody that joined me tonight, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. It means a lot to me and my family. We really enjoy, sharing our journey with you guys and just kind of hanging out and getting to know the people that like to watch our videos. So don't forget to check out our merch store, and don't forget to share out our videos and, help us. Yeah, Joan Jett would be great. But have a good night, everybody, and thanks for watching. Okay.